Have you ever trusted someone instantly just because they looked good? Before they even spoke a word, before you knew anything about them, your brain had already made a decision. They seem kin, they seem intelligent, they seem trustworthy. But what if that feeling isn't actually real? This is called the halo effect, a powerful psychological bias that shapes how we see people every single day. And once you understand it, you'll start noticing it everywhere. From job interviews to social media, from classrooms to courtrooms. The halo effect is a cognitive bias where one positive trait, like attractiveness, influences how we perceive a person's entire character. In simple words, if someone looks good, we assume they are good in other ways too. More honest, more capable, more likable. This concept was first studied by psychologist Edward Thorndike in the early 1900s. He noticed that military officers rated soldiers more positively overall if they had one standout quality, like physical appearance. If a soldier looked neat and attractive, they were often judged as more disciplined, more intelligent, and even better leaders, without real evidence. Later research confirmed this pattern again and again. In a famous study by Dion Burscheid and Bolster, in 1972, participants were shown photos of people and asked to judge their personalities. The results were clear. Attractive individuals were consistently rated as more socially skilled, more successful, and even happier in life. This became known as the "what is beautiful is good" stereotype. And it doesn't stop there. The halo effect influences real-world decisions in serious ways. In job interviews, attractive candidates are often more likely to be hired. Studies have shown they are perceived as more competent, even when their qualifications are the same as others. In schools, teachers may unconsciously expect more from attractive students, which can actually improve those students' performance over time. This is closely related to something called the Pygmalion effect, where higher expectations lead to better outcomes. Even in the legal system, research has found that attractive defendants sometimes receive lighter sentences compared to less attractive individuals, not because of evidence, but because of perception. So why does this happen? Why does our brain make these assumptions so quickly and so automatically? The answer lies in how our brain is designed to process information. Our brain is constantly trying to save energy. Instead of analyzing every detail about a person, it uses shortcuts, also known as heuristics. These shortcuts help us make quick decisions, but they can also lead to biases. Attractiveness acts as one of these shortcuts. From an evolutionary perspective, humans may have associated physical attractiveness with health and good genes. Over time, this association expanded into something much broader. Our brain began linking attractiveness with positive traits like kindness, intelligence, and reliability, even though there is no real connection. Another reason is familiarity. We are constantly exposed to media where attractive people are portrayed as heroes, leaders, and successful individuals. Movies, advertisements, and social media reinforce the idea that good-looking people are good people. So our brain learns this pattern and starts applying it automatically in real life. Let's bring this into everyday situations. Imagine you walk into a store and see two salespeople. One is well-dressed, attractive, and confident. The other looks average and slightly nervous. Who do you trust more? Most people will choose the first person, even without any real reason. Or think about social media. Influencers with attractive appearances often gain followers faster and are perceived as more trustworthy. People are more likely to believe their opinions, buy products they recommend, and even follow their advice, simply because of how they look. Even in friendships and relationships, the halo effect plays a role. We may overlook flaws in someone because we are influenced by their appearance. Or we may assume someone is rude or unfriendly just because they don't fit our idea of attractiveness. The problem is not that attractiveness is bad. The problem is that our judgments become inaccurate. We start seeing people not as they are, but as our brain wants them to be. And this can lead to unfair decisions. Qualified people being ignored, untrustworthy individuals being trusted, opportunities being given based on appearance rather than ability. So what can we do about it? The first step is awareness. Once you know the halo effect exists, you can start catching it in action. Next time you meet someone and instantly feel they are trustworthy or capable, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, do I actually know this? Or am I just assuming it? The second step is slowing down your judgment. Our brain loves quick decisions, but important decisions deserve more time. Whether it's hiring someone, trusting someone, or forming an opinion, take a step back and look at real evidence. The third step is focusing on specific traits instead of general impressions. Instead of thinking this person seems good, ask more precise questions. Are they reliable? Are they skilled? Are they honest? And what proof do I have? Interestingly, the halo effect can also work in reverse. This is called the horn effect. If someone has one negative trait, we may assume everything about them is negative. For example, if someone looks unkempt or nervous, we might assume they are less capable or less trustworthy, even when they are not. Understanding both effects helps you see people more clearly and more fairly. At the end of the day, the halo effect reminds us of something important. Our perception is not always reality. Our brain is powerful, but it is not perfect. So the next time you find yourself trusting someone instantly, or judging someone just by their appearance, pause and think. Are you seeing the person or just the halo around them?